everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with a review for Seafrog on Steam. Now this released on the 15th of April 2025 from Oh My Me Games, and I was lucky enough to send a copy for this video review. Now it's $14.29 normally, but it's currently on its introductory offer, 15% off for £12.14 until the 29th of April. So if you like what you see, I highly recommend checking it out early. Now, I played this with my controller. You can play it with Xbox or PlayStation controllers, and it is recommended you use a controller. However, I believe you can just use your keyboard and mouse. Now, this is a sort of really awesome action platforming game where you basically grind around levels on this massive rocket-powered wrench, basically. And it's all about building up combos, working your way through these like skate parks like designed stages, and it's all like 2D, so it's like 2.5D in terms of graphics, but the stages are set on like a 2D plane. The movement feels absolutely amazing. I will say, like, the movement is probably the best thing about this game. It's just so slick and easy to jump in game and just start sort of grinding all over the place and just pulling off combos. Do you know, like when you played the old Tony Hawk's games and it was absolutely super easy to absolutely build up a combo, and you'd just keep going and going and you'd grind and then you'd jump and you'd flip and you'd grind again. Not like modern games where you end up having to do all the bells and whistles. It was just very simple. That's what this one's like. Now, you will end up taking on like big bosses in a variety of really interesting ways. There's a ton of levels as well. There's like 100 challenges to work your way through, which I thought was really cool. Graphically, it's bright, it's colourful. The story's pretty like interesting for what it is, and the soundtrack is great as well. I love the character designs, especially on the bosses. I think they look pretty awesome. It's really cool. Like, it's not perfect. It's a very simple sort of basic mechanic, where you're basically only using a single button to sort of do the tricks. But it's about exploring the levels, and you get sort of tools that you have to use in order to progress, kind of like platforming puzzles. And some of them get really difficult, which is where it'll probably not appeal to everyone. You can get stuck quite easily on some of them, which can be rather frustrating. But once you get used to it, once you get round the difficulty and the checkpoints not being perfect, honestly, it turns out being a really, really enjoyable game. And it's unique. I like the uniqueness of it. It plays great. Apparently runs really good on the Steam Deck as well. I haven't played it yet on the Steam Deck, but I have seen people comment saying it runs really well on there. So all in all, a fun game, great visuals, and great controls. Obviously, it's a bit more old school in its challenge and difficulty, but that's not always a bad thing. So hit that like button, guys. Hit subscribe. Check it out. It's available right now on Steam. Thanks for watching.